Welcome back to more insequential bollocks here on Mega Man Legacy Collection. This is Mega Man 1, and we're going to be starting off with Dr. Wily, who's worth 200,000 points. And we just do this infamous bit, because if you hadn't seen this yet, then yeah. This is the start of a very difficult challenge if you're playing this on Legacy Collection. One run, one save file, one boss. And you are in its game over if you fuck it up, because if you get a game over in any of the Wily stuff, you gotta do this all over again. And I mean, do this all over again. And it's a pain in the ass. Telling you this right now, it is a major pain in the ass if you fail this one. No problem here, but mind you, this is basically lots of. Mind you, this is early 80s stuff, and there are glitches in this game, and the glitches sometimes help you, and sometimes the glitches do not. Because they weren't sure if they were going to make a sequel of this one, which they kind of did, because it's like the most. Mega Man 2 is the most famous Mega Man title because it introduces so much shit in the Mega Man franchise, which is the 8 bosses, the Wily stages, the free matches and stuff. It's kind of bare. This one is bare bones, but only because it establishes the backstory of the game, which is essentially Mega Man has to fight 6 of his friends, and he basically kills them and gets their powers via chips. I like how the Archie Comics version did it, which they explained it kind of potent, because they said that essentially instead of Mega Man collecting not just their weapons, he collects their personality chips, and then they rebuild the machines and put the personalities back into the new bodies. I prefer that version. That was actually a lot better than the explanation. They're just like, oh, Mega Man kills a robot master, it goes boom, and basically gets a weapon. And yes, we do. And yes, there are odd versions of this game, and I mean odd versions of this franchise, which quietly includes the Mega Man Wily Wars, which is the remake of Mega Man's 1, 2, and 3. Set in other settings, which they did technically, and I fucked up there. Yeah, in one save file, this is kind of an arsehole to do. You may want to pay attention, this is sort of a prick to do. Again, pointing it out, this is all one save file. Oh yeah, you fall down that hole there. It just shows you if you fall down that hole, you're kind of fucked. You're kind of fucked because it goes straight to the spikes and you'll be dead. And the spikes instantly kill you in this one. Right, we actually got to the top of the chamber, that's good. Our first boss of the Wily's Fortress is the infamous Yellow Devil. Now, Yellow Devil is a very hard and tricky boss. However, Capcom decided, if for some people it's really difficult, so this is what people found out on their own. The infamous pause glitch. This is the only reason why you would ever need it, is to take down the Yellow Devil permanently like a bitch. And he's dead. And there's nothing you can do about that, because the pause glitch was so good, they removed it, and people were glad to get rid of it. Can you imagine the pause glitch in the fucking second Mega Man? Oh, it would make things interesting. More interesting than usual. Even though technically Mega Man 2 has its own fair share of broken weapons. A Metal Blade! Broken as fuck, and everyone loves the weapon, but it's broken as shit! I mean, there have been some improvements. For the Wily Wars, they actually there's another weapon that takes its place that's equally as stupidly powerful, and it's the freaking Quick Boomerang of all things. Stupidly powerful. Really stupidly powerful. Anyway, for this bit of the section, it's more to do with a little mechanics. Robot Master rematches, and you don't have the super arms to throw the giant thing, but Cutman is very weak to the frickin' Mega Buster. Basically, it just holds him back quite a bit. And that's really about it. That's the end of Cutman for a long time. He never shows up again unless it's cameos and other stuff. Excuse me a moment, I need to take a quick refreshing swig. Insufficient bollocks. The real reason why most people like watching this series, rather for some reason. I don't know why people actually watch the series. I just don't. And we got Letman, the worst one. Yeah, as I mentioned before, the pause glitch actually tears him apart too when you think about it. Cause it's not the weapons that breaks the game, it's the glitch that did it. I mean, yeah. There are some reasons I would say you could easily do. There's actually a couple of bosses. The Mega Man 1, if you're doing this on the straight run, oh shit, it's hard as nails. Not ridiculous, not Mega Man base hard, but oh fuck, it's hard. Oh yeah, Mega Man base. It's the hardest game in the classic series because the game was not designed for Mega Man. It's designed for the second character base, and seriously, he is tricky as balls. This one boss in particular, which I am not looking forward to taking on in the Mega Man when we eventually get to cover 8.5. For the RT for me and James to cover the stuff, because in terms of recording wise, we've actually beaten Mega Man 7, and we are going to do Mega Man 8 next. So that's a little bit of spoilerish info or little things to prepare yourself. But Mega Man 8's coming, and oh jeez, I know this session, but the path we're gonna follow for Mega Man 8, sort of a spoiler, is the same path I did when I played the game for long play for CubeX55. You might go look that up because that's the same order we're gonna do it, which includes taking out a certain Astro Man with an unconventional method. And I only found that out till recently, which is kind of cool. Anyway, this is the second boss of Wily Fort. Although the clone machine is sort of an arsehole because, well, you can take a look for yourself. It takes a fuck ton of damage, jumps a bit, and basically it just copies with what you're doing. And that's terrifying because I'm surprised Wily never came up with another clone plan. Even Mega Man 1, Wily was like, "Oh curses! That foul Mega Man foils my plans every time. The clone machine didn't work. I wonder how I will do it. I know, lots of skulls." So, sorry, but anyway, what you're actually supposed to do is actually use the Firestorm. Firestorm is the clone machine's weakness because it does significantly more damage than the other weapons. If you use the Ice Slasher, it kind of freezes him. So even then, what you're supposed to do is you take a look at the damage you're doing. Essentially, is that you're using the shield to knock him back. Although he can still damage you, but look at the damage. Look at the fucking damage. Of course, he can be a prick as well and do things, but that was interesting there. Interesting pose, and he just kind of got hit. That's the end of this boss at least. So, ranting aside, we're done with Mega Man Legacy Part 4. And normally I don't like to end the videos there, but we're not going to face this boss. We're going to do something else. We're actually going to take him on at another time. So you just want to save it here, just in case you fuck up. Because there are no passwords in this game. Only hell.